Hi, I'm Antonia. I'm going to show you today how to remove a wrap and then how to apply your wraps. So I have all the other ones done. I'm going to take this one off now. The first thing you want to do is you want to break the seal around your nail. So you're going to take another fingernail and just put it under the wrap to break the seal all the way around the nail. Okay, that way you're removing that watertight seal that was there before that was keeping them on. Okay, once you've done that, I like to use just warm coconut oil. You can also use olive oil, baby oil. You can use nail polish remover, acetone. And you're just going to soak the finger in there just for a few seconds. You can use your other fingers to kind of work the oil under the wrap. You don't want to pull against it or apply tension because that is going to damage your fingernail. So you want to remove them gently. You want it to be to the point where the wrap just slides right off. Okay, so I'm just working the oil under the wrap, getting it under so that it's breaking down the adhesive. Okay, stick it in there and it'll just peel right off. I have a little bit of tension there, so I'm just going to work it under a little longer. Okay, and it comes right off. Okay, so that's my wrap is removed now. Now I've got a lot of oil on my fingers, which we don't want when we're going to be putting on new wraps, so I'm going to wash that off real quick. My helper, his part. There you go. Okay, you just want to wash it with some dish soap or some non-moisturizing hand soap so that you're not adding extra moisturizing onto your fingers before you do wraps. So just wash them really well. Dry them off. Okay, and then you're ready to start your nail prep and your application. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just use one of these little alcohol wipes, like you can get at Walmart, 100 of them for $1, wherever you want to get those. And you can also use acetone for this. You're just going to clean the nails really well with that to remove any excess oil that you have on there. Okay, and then just give those a second to dry. Okay, then you can take your cuticle pusher. This is the Jamberry cuticle pusher, or you can use an orange stick, and you're going to push back your cuticles. So you're just going to push down and push those cuticles back. You're giving yourself the best possible canvas to work with so you have a nice space for your wrap. And you're also removing any invisible cuticle where you might not see the cuticle but there's actually skin there, and that would keep you from getting a good seal on your wraps. So you want to push that back on your nails. Okay? And then you can use a buffer and just buff your nails just real quick to kind of give them a nice surface. You can also do that with a nail file, just lightly over the top. Okay, and then you are ready. So you're going to get your wraps that you want to use, and you're going to see whichever nail you want to do. You're going to pick the wrap that is the closest in size, so I'll start with my pinky. Okay, so I'm going to use this wrap. It's fine that it's a tiny bit smaller than my nail. That's actually a good thing because I'm just going to have a tiny little gap that no one will notice, but it'll keep my wrap on the nail and it will not be touching skin anywhere. So I like to cut mine just a little bit longer than I'm going to need. That way I have a little space where I can touch it at the top and not have to worry about me touching the adhesive part. And I just trim it right off so that all my other pieces stay on the sheet. That way when I want to go do a pedicure, I have all these little pieces that I can use or if I need a nail for a manicure, I can trim that out of these pieces as well. So that keeps everything on my sheet. Okay, so I'm going to turn my Jamberry heater on. You can also do this with a blow dryer, but a blow dryer is going to be a lot louder and blow things maybe, so not the best for videoing. So I'm going to use my heater. You can also use a flat iron, a car heater. I know people have done candles, even a toaster or fireplace, any heat source. So I'm going to use my heater. I'm going to turn it on. You don't want to touch the back of your wrap because that's going to put oil on the adhesive. So I'm going to use an orange stick and peel my wrap off of the plastic. You can also do this with tweezers and just peel your wrap up like this. And then you're going to take the adhesive side and you're going to put the adhesive side toward the heater and just heat that for about 5 or 6 seconds until you see it start to curl up. And that way you know that it's ready. Okay. And then you're going to lay it down on your finger. I like to just lay it really gently, and since I have a little bit of excess at the top, I can use that to get it positioned right where I want it. Okay, once I have it positioned right where I want it, I can just go ahead and apply pressure with my finger, push it down. Okay, I see a tiny little spot where it's going to maybe touch skin, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. Okay, and once I'm sure that I'm not going to be touching skin anywhere, then I will apply my pressure all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to push my wrap down with my finger, and then I'm going to apply really good pressure with either a cuticle pusher or an orange stick. You can even use a firm eraser if you don't have either of those. Okay, and then I like to go ahead and trim that excess off the top before I start heating. Okay. I have my wrong scissors, I think, for this. Oh, there we go. Sometimes I have a little tricky time cutting on this hand. Okay, but I'm just going to trim that excess off. Okay, and then I'm going to get a baggie. I'm going to get another baggie because Christian's using my baggie now. Okay, so I'm going to get a baggie and do what's called the baggie method, which means I'm actually just going to wrap my finger real tight in a plastic baggie, and I'm going to heat it with the baggie on it for about 5 or 6 seconds, 10 seconds, until I feel it get warm. And the baggie just helps it to get a nice, even heat. Okay, so I take it out from the heater, and I'm going to go ahead and apply pressure again. Okay, and then you would go through and do all 10 of your nails this way. And as you're doing that, the nails that you did first are having a chance to cool really well so that you have a nice good seal before you go ahead and either file the tops, or you can also clip the tops. If you're doing juniors, I recommend clipping them. But for yours, you can file. If you're going to file, you're going to file in a downward motion like this. You're never going to file your wraps side to side like you would normally file your nail. You're going to file straight down. Don't be afraid to use a little bit of pressure as you're filing down because it's going to take off all of that excess like I had on there. even after I trimmed it, there was excess on there. As I file, that all comes off. And this ensures that I don't have any overhang, because the overhang is where it'll snag on things and then your wraps will not last as long. You don't want to have any overhang. So you want to file it down to even where you have a tiny little sliver of nail showing at the top, and that's perfectly good. No one's going to notice it, and then you're going to make sure that you're not going to have your wrap snagging. So once I file all my nails, I would go ahead and do the heat one last time with the baggie for just a few seconds. Let it get nice and warm. Apply pressure one last time, and then you are done. And you would do that on each one of your nails. Thanks.